He's a clear-cut favourite, Gator.
Yeah, 3 brilliant wins this prep, beating subsequent Group 1 winners. Will probably do that to you against the short odds, I guess. Smashed the clock last time, 0.37 off a course record. Ran 3 lengths faster than world-class Terra Vista on the day. Top pick then.
He looks in magnificent order. He's a huge son of Lonhro out of the Dan Zero mare Altitude. And of course, he comes through the Roman Consul, which is the ideal form reference we've seen in the past 2 years, with Zoustar and Brazen Bow winning that before the Coolmore Stud Stakes. Number 2 is Ready for Victory, who's promised the world. He's yet to deliver. Could today be his day? Damien Oliver rides for Mick Price.
Well, 1,600 back to 1,200 is a task. Of course, we've seen horses try that in recent times, including Rich Enough, and haven't quite succeeded at it. Look, he was sound in the Guineas. He split Lizard Island and Tarzino prior to that. So back to the 1,200, some query, but he's in the mix.
Tremendous to see Michael Freeman in town with this outstanding galloper from Singapore, Super One. He's a superstar in his home country, but he had one start here in Australia. He was narrowly touched off against older horses. Hugh Bowman rides for Michael Freeman.
He just couldn't reel in the leader, could he, General Jackson? Look, he's no star, but he's very honest. This horse looked a star at home, winning his first 4 by an aggregate of 15.5 lengths.
Number 4 is Keena Ray, winner of the Blue Sapphire Stakes last time out. Damien Lane for David Hayes and Tom Dabney.
Nelly took the Moonee Valley track record with him 2 runs ago. And then again, slick late splits home in the Blue Sapphire. I think he's the danger.
Number 5 is Japonisme for Glyn Schofield. Chris Waller trains.
Well, he set up that fast time last start. He led in a sub-34 first 600 split behind Exosphere. He ran well. Of course, he beat home subsequent impressive winner, Counter Attack.
Number 6 is Counter Attack here. Chris Waller, Blake Shin.
Had a bit against him behind Exosphere, then won really well last time with the blinkers on. And note, he ran a tick faster than Exosphere, 2/100ths of a second to be precise, and draws out, whereas the key rival draws in.
Murray Baker's had a great spring thus far until this past few days when Mongolian Calm was ruled out of the Melbourne Cup. He trains Del Cello, number 7, Opie Bosson rides.
Guinea's Prelude was enormous, high pressure race, 46.7 first 800, kicked, swamped late, and then way too keen in the Guineas. That was no guide. Sharply back to 1,200, but best roughie for mine.
Sebring Sung gets back, runs on hard. Gary Platelli trains. Brenton Abdullah rides.
7 weeks between runs, best closing splits. He was at Randwick behind a horse called Exosphere and made good ground in the Golden Rose. That's the race. First, second and fifth out of the race have all since won.
9 is Black Vanquish. Tommy Hughes trains Patrick Maloney in the saddle.
Had excuses first up when reportedly choked down. Over-raced a bit last time and didn't finish off. So now the jury's out. 10
Mogador, the second of the Godolphin runners. John O'Shea for Craig Williams.
A nice return win, beating older horses, then rushed home behind Keena Ray. The winner was 5 runs into the prep, so this horse perhaps has more upside than him. He was no match for Exosphere though when they clashed last prep, but he looks to have come on.
The 11 is the exciting Hellbent. Kurt Goldman trains out of Goulburn. Dwayne Dunn in the saddle.
Impressive winner, fresh in slick time, then found plenty of trouble last time behind Counter Attack. They were 0.35 off the track record.
And the last one to talk about is number 12, Ragazzo del Corsa. Ben Mellum rides for Danny O'Brien.
Well, he's not good enough, but he's freshened here, and he worked hard early in a forgivable run last time, but very rough.
Your top 4, please, Gator.
Well, you'd have to tip Exosphere on top the 1, so we'll go that.